Hello and welcome to the Social Today show, coming to you from a very wet and windy Cardiff. So hope weather conditions are a bit better with you at the start of this week. So giving you a social media news roundup today. Welcome Sue, good morning to you, and with a view to really sort of looking at any new features on social networks, any new stats or data that has come out, and really what this means for using social media for business. So as well as the bare news and stats, I'll try and pass on a bit of advice in terms of how you can take advantage or how you should react to these new features and news. Welcome Sarah, welcome to you. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. And so let's crack on with the social media news today. So first of all, Facebook, we've got live video coming to Android soon. So if you remember about this, basically there's a feature called Facebook Moments, which is the equivalent to Periscope. Initially this was available just to high profile people, celebrities and so on. And then it was rolled out in the States to iOS, Apple devices, and now pretty soon it is coming to Android. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that affects Periscope, particularly as I've noticed this week that a lot of people, key players on Periscope, are getting a bit hacked off with the some of a few technical problems they've been experiencing, and also despite large audiences, their large number of followers, their audiences are dropping quite substantially, and nobody seems to know why. And indeed, even I've kind of like been affected by this. So a bit of a strange one. What's happening with Periscope? So we shall see what happens with Facebook Moments and the live video. Looking at a new feature on Facebook Pages. If somebody comments on your post now on a Facebook page, you can respond privately to that person, which is quite interesting. So if it's a reply that you don't wish to be public out there for everybody to view, then you can have a private conversation with that person. So welcome everybody else that's joining in. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a good start to the week, and the weather's a little bit better with you than it is in very wet Cardiff here this morning. Just going through some social media news and what this means for using social media for business. So moving on to Twitter. Big talk on Saturday morning about Twitter introducing an algorithm. And Twitter users majority of Twitter users seemingly were up in arms about this, and very quickly an hashtag RIP Twitter hashtag developed. Welcome Sajal, welcome Grant, good morning to you both. Yes, hashtag RIP Twitter, because people do not, generally I would say, do not want to see Twitter introduce an algorithm in the same way that Facebook and LinkedIn use an algorithm to decide what's in your news feed. So be interesting. Yeah, welcome back, Sajal. Been a long time. Good to have you back on the show. Yes, what do you all think about this? Would you like to see Twitter move to a similar newsfeed format as Facebook, or would you like them to keep the, as it's known, reverse chronology type timeline? I mean, I definitely want to see that maintained, because it's great to be able to tell people, and indeed it's great for people to be able to know that 100% of their followers are going to be able to see their tweets. If they start messing around with an algorithm, then that's not going to be the case. So all three of you chipping in there basically agree on that. Because we're 2 and 2. Yeah, exactly. It does devalue Facebook. Very good, Mark in a pub. Thanks for joining us this morning. So quite right. Twitter's got its own unique features and USP. And another one is, of course, the 140 characters, which there's rumours of that as well going, but I can't, as I've always said, I really can't see that happening. Anyway, this was only a report, so Twitter have neither confirmed nor denied, so hopefully we'll get some more clarity on that. Absolutely, yeah, it's losing its individual identity with some of these reported moves. However, what we can be sure is that they are testing trending tweets in your timeline, so popular tweets, they're sticking in your timeline, so there is some games, a bit of timeline fiddling, if you like, going on there. But perhaps that one's not so, well, it's definitely not so serious as using an algorithm. They are also definitely improving the homepage to logged out users, so this is important for their revenue and for advertisers. So this basically makes the logged out version of Twitter, so if you're not logged in or you're visiting Twitter for the first time, you can basically you now have a bit of a search on there and the ability to navigate around, and it's a bit more attractive. Welcome, Darren. Thanks for all the hearts, everybody. That's fantastic. If you find this social media news roundup useful, do please share it. And leak the report and whip up frenzy of feedback playing games. Yeah, possibly. I mean, it's interesting you say that, because I think one positive that we can take from this report is that we do know that Twitter users are very passionate. So I think that does count for something, because that hashtag was trending real quick and seemed to be #1 on Twitter for most of Saturday, and lots of people were quite vocal in their opinions that they didn't want an algorithm. So quite interesting. What happens to related apps that use Twitter as sign-in? The feed changes there too? No, I think if they're using it as sign-in, then basically there is some sort of like login there. So I don't think the feed is going to change on that. Yeah, leaks on a Saturday. Good point for a bit of speculation over the weekend, Grant. Okay, so moving on to LinkedIn. Interesting results from LinkedIn. They're now up to 414 million members. As I said a couple of times, people seem to be sort of unaware that that is actually considerably more than Twitter now, on about 307 million users. But however, it is shown in those results, if you look closely, that only 25% are active. So this is kind of supports really that anecdotal evidence of, you see all these people on LinkedIn with their old profiles, and they're on LinkedIn, but they're not really making the most of it. And yes, indeed, a 40% share drop price in the share price. What should these people do who are on LinkedIn? They have a presence, but they're not using it. Well, they should obviously seek advice from me, or come on the workshops that I do in Cheltenham with Louise Jenner. Our next workshop coming up on 23rd of February. And there's one in Cheltenham also on the 29th of March. And in fact, this morning, looking forward actually to seeing my first client in Cardiff today, my first Welsh client, so doing a bit of LinkedIn training in town for a client here. So if you need advice on LinkedIn, you can book some one-to-one time for me. So yeah, exactly, low utilisation of the LinkedIn platform there. Okay, so now a couple of interesting other points though coming out of these results, that number of shares and sharing, in other words, of posts in the news feed and updates in the news feed was up 40%. So that is a very encouraging statistic. Other engagement also up. So I think the message there is definitely LinkedIn is a very valuable network for professionals. And if you are posting out quality content, it will get shared. And also, unlike Facebook, LinkedIn, if somebody likes some content, if you get involved on LinkedIn, that is flagged up to your connections in the newsfeed, or can be flagged up. So it's a great way of getting awareness. Is by getting active on LinkedIn, and the number of the activity there, engagement, is increasing. So get active on LinkedIn is the lesson learned there. Instagram, slight changes in their ad format. They basically increased the ad format from 30 seconds to 60 seconds now, so you've got more scope and possibility there. Welcome, Rick, from #promo. WhatsApp, stat for you, they are now up to 1 billion users per month, active users per month. WhatsApp, owned by Facebook, of course. They haven't really made changes to WhatsApp since the acquisition. The fee, small annual 69p, I think it was, fee is now dropped, so it is completely free, WhatsApp. And just a tip actually while we're on WhatsApp, if you're not using it or you are using it, then check out the group features. So group features on WhatsApp, really good. So if you've got a group of like-minded people, or perhaps you belong to a club, not a bad way to communicate with them by getting them all into a group on WhatsApp, or to keep in contact with all your family. Again, another good use there. Video. So there was a survey by a company called Wise Owl, and prediction again, video is just going to continue to grow and grow and be absolutely huge. And fastest and easiest way to communicate. Yes, I think you're talking about WhatsApp there, Sajal. Staggering in this survey, 97% of US consumers are willing to share a video from a brand with friends on social media. 97%. And when asked what motivates them to share a brand, 76% reported that they would be open to sharing a video if it was entertaining. So that's it. Keep your videos engaging and entertaining. Don't make your videos boring. If you're in video, those are the lessons there, and people will share and raise awareness of your business and your brand. And finally, just some stats from We Are Social. They're a UK-based agency with their latest global snapshot. Some stats for you. So here we go. BD Cool, welcome. 3.42 billion internet users now, which is 46% of the global population. Social media, so a staggering 2.31 billion social media users now. So 31% of the world's population are using social media, over a third, quite staggering. And there are and the importance of mobile, there are 1.97 billion mobile social media users, equivalent to 27% of global penetration. So there you go, 31% total, 27% mobile, so in terms of social media users. So that really does show you the importance of mobile. Great for your business and your brand, so people can check in on what you're saying out there wherever they are. Yeah, huge numbers there. Mapapolini, I think I caught your name right there. Apologies if I didn't catch that correctly. So that's it, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that quick social media news roundup. I'll be back tomorrow with a social media tip for you. Try and come up with something a little bit different that you aren't aware of it. No problem, any of the shows that you miss, you can catch them either on Periscope within 24 hours, but if you go to catch.me, that's with a K, catch.me/intranetfuture, pretty much all of my past shows, apart from the early ones, are on there. Welcome, Sue. Have a good day. Have a good day to everybody too. They are on there, so you can watch today's show and others. So that's all from the Today show. Social media news. So hopefully you'll watch the replay. Social media news, and it's relevant to your business. Great, you're coming back tomorrow, Sarah. Thanks for that. So that's it. All folks, thanks Sajal. I appreciate your comment there. Do share this broadcast if you would. And of course you can engage with me at intranetfuture on Twitter and intranetfuture.com. Bye for now.